SightsSoundsFlavors.com, ExploringKentucky.com. We're here in Versailles, Kentucky, county seat of Woodford County. Versailles is the Anglicization of Versailles. No one in Kentucky calls this place Versailles, but if you're not from Kentucky and you were to read it on the map, that would probably be your first inclination, I'm sure. What's very interesting as well about the city is the fact that during the Civil War, it was briefly held by both Union and Confederate forces. This was a hotspot for both armies. They wanted to lay claim to it. And in Kentucky, there was something along the lines of 2 to 3 dozen courthouses that were actually set ablaze. So it was definitely a border state and definitely of interest to both armies. Another fun fact about Kentucky is that it actually sent more troops to fight for the Confederacy than it did for the Union, and it had what was called a Confederate shadow government, which was basically a government that, for all intents and purposes, was ready to spring into action in the event that Kentucky seceded from the Union. And it issued orders, and some people were listening and following them, which is pretty crazy. And I would say that of all the border states, I think Kentucky was the one that had probably the biggest misgivings about not seceding, which is very interesting. Something that's also remarkable about Kentucky is that it is the biggest producer of bourbon in the world, yet has a number of either moist or totally dry counties, meaning that you can't buy so much as a Budweiser, you know what I mean? Let alone bourbon. So there's the Woodford County Courthouse, and as with many cities, the courthouse, the post office, the churches, those are the sort of biggest attractions, the gems, if you will. And you know, Versailles is only about, I believe it's 15 miles west of Lexington, but feels completely different than Lexington, which is Kentucky's second largest city. It definitely has its own appeal. That's a beautiful courthouse right there. And that's an amazing church right down there, right behind the Galleria, they call it. I wonder if it's a church. That is a church because it has a cross on top, but that is absolutely beautiful. And plants everywhere. And I love to show everything, guys. Everything that I see, you see. So really exciting things coming soon. Like I said, it's got its own, it's got some vestiges of Lexington, obviously, like the newspaper. We'll still read those. Kristen's Kitchen, a lot of honoring the veterans. The Springgate Law Office, very cool. I'm an attorney, so I love to show off the law offices. And just look over there. I mean, there's just so much going on here. So we got like these cool things hanging here. So living above these shops is probably prime time or prime real estate. You got the drug court there. And Old Glory, of course, flying high and proud. This is the Woodford Visitor Center, Chamber of Commerce, and EDA. I don't know what EDA is, but that's very beautiful. That's a nice building right there. The J. Amsden and Company building. I'm getting a little feedback that I'm not putting enough on TikTok and Instagram, so I'll definitely start doing more of that. And over here it looks a little bit sort of a little bit less active, but you got the Woodford Sun, which may be the newspaper, I'm not sure. Oh. And some empty storefronts here, it looks like. But oh, there we go. That truck there had a good old time just kind of flooring it. He got my attention, right? So he did something right. We'll cross the street here when we can. Take a look at the other side. Got the Commonwealth Attorney's Office there. You got Hair Nation, Lady Oscar, not sure what that is. Another empty storefront here. Got the drugstore. So love showing off signs and all sorts of stuff. Got some sort of a consignment shop maybe, or just a really hip clothing store. It's probably a clothing store. I don't think it's a consignment, but you never know though. I love that there. You can see the stairs going up to the lofts. Another empty storefront. So, you know, if you're looking to, got Watkins Tavern, site of Stone Tavern Inn, built by stonemason Thomas Metcalf, later governor of Kentucky. We got something going on over here. I'm not sure what that is. Got some kind of a play for like little kids, which I'm not going to show, but the courthouse was built in 1790, it says. Total cost was $22.50. How about like that? $22.50 to build the Woodford County Courthouse. Not this courthouse, mind you. Well, maybe this courthouse, I don't know. 1790, 18, what was it, 23 bucks or whatever it was? That's probably big money. So maybe, I don't know. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed Versailles, Kentucky. This is sightsoundsflavors.com, exploringkentucky.com. Please, by all means, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you for the next one.